Hello everybody, SpiritGaming here, and in this video I will be teaching you how to build your own characters without the need of any websites, without the need of any guides, or even without the need of any tier lists. Yes, why do I say no need for tier lists? Because any character in this game can become a main DPS. Basically, you can use whatever your favorite character is and make him good. Or to make him good, you first need to ask a bunch of questions for yourself, right? You do need to ask a bunch of questions, and I'm gonna say them right now, and also they will be on the screen as well. Now, what are the questions you want to ask? And those are: who is your favorite character? First of all, that is the main question. You need to decide who is gonna be your main character that you play. What is your character's main damage source, or what does he even use if you use him as a support or even a healer? Do you have a team to build around the character, or if the character is a support, will that support complement your main DPS really good or not? Will it just be there for the team, or will it help him a lot? How expensive is to build your character? Again, pretty important for us free-to-play players, but the whales or the ones that spend thousands of dollars, not really important really. And then lastly, what stats do you need to make your character work, right? So in today's example, I will be using my Razor and the build together with a team I want to build around him. So stay tuned, and you will basically hear a bunch of tips on how to build your character. I think this video is one of the most important videos I have ever made, so stay tuned as I said. Now, again, first of all, I will ask myself what is my favorite character, and of course right now I'm using Razor. He is my favorite character. He has been my favorite character for a while as well. Why is he my favorite character? First of all, he does look cool. He's basically a wolf kid. Yeah, that is pretty cool, right? He has these scratches on the face. He has the white hair with a tail looking hair, I guess. It is pretty cool, right? He attacks with a big freaking sword. He does the he does the Susanoo with his elemental skill, elemental burst. So he is pretty cool looking, right? He looks cool. I like the way he attacks. I like his abilities as well. Next up is what is my character's main damage source, and keep in mind I will go over all of these questions for each and every single character in the team that makes Razor so good, right? Because Razor in itself is not really that good. He does need a team to make him better, right? So keep that in mind. There are gonna be timestamps as well. I forgot to mention timestamps for every single topic, and yeah, let's see that. So again, what is my Razor's main damage source? And for example, for this build, I'm going with a bruiser type of build. You can either build Razor with elemental mastery, or build him with normal attack damage, aka attack, crit rate, and crit damage. You can either build him one way or another. It doesn't really matter. It is up to you. I personally prefer to be more on the attack side instead of the elemental mastery side. But I also want to have a bit of defense on my character as well, making the bruiser build. Not a full DPS build, but a bruiser build for my characters. And that is pretty cool. Now, again, my main damage source, because that is the most important question, is it does come from my auto attacks and not from my skills mainly. My skills are there just to complement my auto attacks as well, especially my elemental burst. So let's go into the talents and see why is that. So let's go to the character. I could have pressed C, but who cares, right? So let's see the talents again. My normal attacks are just, you know, the big old sword hitting skills, so it's whatever. But Claw and Thunder is one of the most important abilities here, and not because of the damage, but because of the thing it does. So when you press and not hold it, you do electro damage, this and that of course, but this is the most important part. Upon striking an enemy, Razor will gain an electro sigil, which increases his energy recharge rate. Razor can have up to 3 electro sigils simultaneously, and gaining a new electro sigil refreshes their duration. So basically each electro sigil gives us 20% energy recharge bonus. That means 60% energy recharge bonus. What does that mean? I will not need energy recharge at all for my Razor. And this talent also does another thing, which is when you hold it, and let's say you're running out of your ultimate and your orbs are running out as well, you can just press this thing right here, hold it, I mean, not just press it, hold it, and out of those electro sigils, first of all, you will do a lot of damage, AoE bubble damage, electro damage too, right? But also you will get an insane amount of energy as well. I'm pretty sure it says here. Yeah, so you will get 15 electro energy. So that is pretty cool, and your elemental burst costs 80, so you're getting like a fourth, almost a fourth of it. So it is awesome, right? It is one of the better skills in the whole game, not because of the damage, but because of the utility it brings. Next, let's see the Awakening. Decrease Client Thunder's cooldown, right? And using Lightning Fang resists the cooldown of Client Thunder as well. So this is Lightning Fang. Whenever you use our Elemental Burst, it will reset the cooldown of this skill right here. Now, as again I said, my main damage source comes from the normal attacks, and why is that? Because this Elemental Burst lasts for 15 seconds, and for those 15 seconds we have normal attack speed boost, right? Normal attack speed is boosted by quite a bit, especially for these heavy hitting characters. It is really needed, and you cannot get it from many places as well. We also get a bunch of defense, and we do get more attack when it comes to electro damage. Each auto attack does electro damage. We are not affected by electro charge at all. They do not do at all damage at all to us. And also electro resistance, which is pretty cool as well. So that means it is already kind of a bruiser. Razor is kind of already a bruiser because he does get a lot of defenses, especially electro side defenses. However, with this auto attack, he does basically, his Wolf does electro damage as well, which is pretty cool. This is the reason why he can be built both with elemental mastery and normal attack, and focus on his normal attacks, right? So keep it in mind. So now that we got that out of the way, we basically need to see if we do have a team to build around this guy, right? This is the next question, okay? So let's see what build we can do, right? What team we can do. So me personally, I would like my Razor to stay on the field for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, let's see why this team is too good, right? Razor is there last. We're always using him last. First, we're always using Fischl Z mainly. Next up, we use Kaeya's E to create superconduct on enemies, reducing their physical defense by 50% for 8 freaking seconds. And also, we can use our elemental burst to create superconduct whenever we hit with Razor as well. And then we have Barbara. Now, the main thing about Barbara is that, yes, she's a healer. Her elemental skill heals, her elemental burst heals. Her elemental skill also gives passive healing and wet debuff on enemies, but also one other really important thing is the weapon. Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayers. When switching characters, the new character taking the field has their attack increased by 48% for 10 seconds, which is absolutely amazing. Now, what is the combo again? Fischl E, Kaeya E, Barbara E, Razor E, and of course auto attacks and whatnot, right? Basically creating the most damage. I'm not gonna show the skill rotations and so on and so forth because I know most of them. I have already done a guide about this guy, so keep it in mind. Next thing we need to ask is, and yeah, by the way, we do have a team around it. Also, the elemental resonance is really important as well. Excuse me. Let me go back to what's it called, the party setup, and see the elemental resonance, which is one of the most important things as well. I almost forgot it, but it is really important. Affected by Hydra for 40% less time, which is quite good. Superconduct overloaded and electro charge have a 100% chance to generate an electro elemental particle. Cooldown is 5 seconds. What this electro particle does is, even if we get the electro particle with our Razor, it will give us energy to all of other party members. So it won't just increase our elemental energy over here, but it will also increase the elemental energy for Kaeya, Fischl, and even Barbara, making it so it's easy for us to stay with Razor for 10 to 15 seconds, while also getting our elemental burst skills up with other characters, so we don't really have to use them or waste time using them, right? So keep that in mind, it is pretty important. And last thing is, how expensive is this character to build? Is it good with 3 stars? What artifacts he needs? And can you get his constellations pretty easily? For me, I can use 3-star weapons, 4-star weapons, and eventually if I get a 5-star weapon, that would be nice. Razor is good with any of those. How do I get constellations up is basically going to Star Glitter shop and can get his constellations. This is basically free to play currency or pay to play currency. It's whatever currency. You just have to be unlucky enough to get duplicates of characters and get these. So yeah, it is pretty cool. I hope really that this guy does not exit the shop soon, at least, so I can get more constellations of him. I really hope so, but even if that's not the case, it's still a 4-star character and it is way easier to get him instead of 5 stars, right? So now that we got that out of the way, what are the stats that I personally need, right? So let's go to character and look at the stats. Probably gonna place the stats on the screen, but so first I'm gonna start with energy recharge and why we don't need it. Again, I explained this pretty well. Is because of this talent right here, Claw and Thunder, giving us a lot of energy recharge and actual energy from the skill itself. It is a really amazing skill when it comes to that. It allows us to have our ultimate up every 20 seconds, and that's the 20 seconds the cooldown is on there, right? So we could have had it with way less time, but still the cooldown is there. So again, 60% energy recharge just from this ability maximum, and then we can get 15 more energy from this. So guys, it is absolutely insane. This ability makes it so energy recharge is not needed at all in any artifacts or weapons. Now, again, what did I say? Our main damage source comes from our normal attacks, and how do we increase that damage is by adding attack. So how we do increase the damage is by adding attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, physical damage bonus, and also normal attack bonus, or normal attack or charge attack bonus, whatever, right? So what do we have here? And I'm gonna show you what I have for the weapon and why is this a bruiser build instead of a full DPS build. Again, damage is important, but building your character as you like is even more important as well. So for me, most of the times you will see attack and attack percent, as you can see here. However, this place right here has a lot of defense. Energy recharge, I really got unlucky on this one, guys. Really got unlucky on this one. I would not like to use it, but I am gonna use it anyways because I cannot really have much better. And also the martial artist feather gives us a nice amount of normal attack damage, which is quite good. We need that. It is pretty okay. Again, next is crit damage, crit rate, and attack percent. Really cool, really cool. One of the best stats. Elemental mastery right here. You see all of these attack, crits, defenses, which are all 4 stats I need. But then you see elemental mastery. I guess I did kind of get unlucky again. But as I said, elemental mastery is not the worst stat in the world, since most of the times you will do damage with overloaded superconduct and sphero electro and so on and so forth. However, it does not do as much damage as normal attacks, keep that in mind. However, if you do want to focus your build on dealing damage with your skills instead of the auto attacks, you can use elemental mastery. You will do a lot of damage anyways, it's your choice. My build is again bruiser build. I want defense, I want HP, and I want attack, crit rate, crit damage, physical damage, and also I do want some normal attack bonus. And again we have attack, HP, elemental mastery again, quite unlucky, and attack percent of course is insane. So that is my build for those are the stats I need for this guy to be effective. However, let's see also our other characters again, timestamps down below for each character. Kaeya. What is the main use of Kaeya right now, right? Let's see what the main use of Kaeya is. My main use of Kaeya is to use his elemental burst and his E to create superconduct, and that's it. Also, a pretty cool thing about this guy is that it reduces stamina consumption, which is quite good as well. There in the stages you need to dodge a lot, and reducing that cost is really awesome. However, again, as I said, let me go back to his use, and that is his E and his elemental burst. How do we use them the most is, let's go to character and see what are the stats I need. Yes, the main stats I need are energy recharge, energy recharge, energy recharge, energy recharge, again, and again. Oh wait, I have healing bonus here for some reason? Okay, my bad, not sure how I have this. Probably because of the instructor escape. I might even have something better. Let's see, no I do not. So yeah, I'm basically using that for the elemental master, which is fine. I wouldn't really recommend it that much, but again, it is okay. Again, main thing is to have energy recharge because, as I said, because of the elemental resonance, even if I get electro particles with Razor, even my Kaeya's ultimate will increase, and we will get it up before no time, especially because of all that energy recharge. Also, my weapon does actually give energy recharge. And excuse me, let me go back to Razor for a bit. I use the white blind. The white blind basically increase my defense, attack and defense as well. Again, bruiser build, plus it's a 4-star weapon that I can craft, so it is pretty cool to have. Again, this is specifically to my build. If you want to use something for DPS, you can use a 3-star weapon like Skyrider Sword, or even the Bait Club is fine. Do whatever you want, it's your build, but again, keep in mind, choose your stats wisely. Going back to Kaeya, that is all I really have to talk about this guy. Again, energy recharge on everything, artifacts, weapons, and yeah, that's the use of him for now, for me at least. Next up we have Fischl. There are two uses for Fischl. That is here E, to create superconduct and electrocharge, and also the elemental resonance to electro resonance. Now, because I do want to deal the most damage with the superconduct, with the electrocharge, I have all of the elemental mastery on the weapon, one of the best weapons for her. And also I have elemental mastery on almost all of these pieces. Some pieces have attack, which is fine, defense, but elemental mastery is what we want. Electro damage is fine too. Okay, so this is what I use on Fischl. I don't really use her for auto attacks, even though she is really good for killing bosses that have the weak spots. So I really just use that to get their weak spots and switch to Barbara, then Razor. And why do I do that? Let's go to Barbara. Barbara is the healer of this team, and Barbara is a really unique healer because the more HP you have, the bigger those heals are. What does that mean is that we need HP on our weapons and artifacts. As you can see here, on all my artifacts I have HP percent, so on and so forth. Energy recharge is really cool too as well. I do not really have that much that many good artifacts with this girl on this account. On my other account I have, but I'm too lazy to switch right now. And the weapon, again, it is one of the most important parts, to have HP on it. And it could be either the 4-star prototype weapon or this one. Personally, I use this one because I only have one main DPS, and that main DPS stays on the field for more than 10 seconds for sure. That means this weapon is perfect for me. Basically, when switching characters, the new character taking the field has their own attack increased by 48% for 10 seconds. This effect can occur only once every 20 seconds. What does this mean is that whenever we switch to Razor, we need to be with Razor for at least 15 seconds. And basically that is the time this ultimate will run out. So what we do is go with Fischl first. We always use Fischl first. Use Kaeya for the superconduct. Again, really good combo. Barbara, E. Switch to Razor. Use his auto attacks. Use his animation cancelling, which is pretty easy to do. And then after we go 15 seconds with this guy, we go back, do the same thing, Kaeya or Fischl, then Barbara, then Razor, and so on and so forth. The best part is that because of Barbara's E, we do wet as well. We wet the enemies, basically gaining electro charge with each hit when you have our ultimate up, or even with this thing right here. So the combos are insane. Freaking insane. Superconduct is really good, especially with Kaeya's elemental burst. However, I would definitely like Chi-Chi in this team instead of Kaeya. First of all, to have even more HP. I would love to have more healing in this team, which is gonna be pretty cool. But also, I want that constant superconduct every, like, what, 2-3 seconds that Chi-Chi attacks. So yeah, I would definitely rather have Chi-Chi instead of Kaeya on this team. And yeah, that's basically it about all the characters. Hope I explained well how to build your own by taking a look at my examples on how I chose what I use and how to build my characters. I didn't even look up how to build them, I just know that is the best for my case. It doesn't mean that Kaeya's best build is this, but it is the best build for my current team, right? Maybe Kaeya's best build is elemental energy, is elemental mastery instead of energy recharge, but in my team I do not need that damage. Same with Fischl, maybe energy recharge is the main thing to go, or attack. I do not need that at all. Barbara, again, maybe something like attack or something. I want HP, I need more heals, and that's basically it. And Razor, of course, I built him as a bruiser to have the most defense and also the most attack as much as I can get. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Genshin Impact content, join my Discord, link of the Discord is in the description below, and also join me on my One Life Challenge journey, which happens every Monday, Wednesday and Sunday at 8 PM GMT +2. We stream here on YouTube. It is pretty cool. What this challenge is, let me explain it, is you see all these characters. For example, I cannot even use Razor anymore. If I die with a character, I can never ever use him until the challenge gets completely like forgotten, or I do not really want to play that challenge anymore, or even if it gets boring or unplayable. So yeah, for now I cannot even use Razor anymore. That's basically it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching again, and as always, bye bye until next time.